Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about Lucasfilm, which will mean, yes, we're talking about Disney, and Gina Carano. So, before I get into it, I watched all the seasons, or all the episodes of Mandalorian. Mandalorian is a pretty good show, and it is one of the best things to come out of Disney, or Disney Star Wars, I should say. And I've really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's one of the best things to come out of Disney Star Wars. But recent events made me like, if there's going to be a season 3, because I don't know at this point if there's going to be a season 3, it's make me not want to watch season 3. And here's why. So, Lucasfilms decided to fire Gina Carano because of some of her political tweets. Normally, I would make a video about this. Maybe I would have made a video saying, "Oh yeah, I hate to see Gina Carano go because she is Cara Dune is one of the best Mandalorian characters, if not the best Mandalorian character." And I'll stick by that. She's one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Cara Dune is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. She's a strong, badass woman that doesn't really need to rely on other people. And guess what? With the past 6 years since Disney acquired Lucasfilm, potentially outside of Jyn Erso and Ahsoka Tano, because Ahsoka Tano being a Disney character. Well, yeah, okay, maybe not so much Ahsoka Tano because it was created before Lucasfilm was Disney, but since potentially Jyn Erso, Cara Dune has been the first strong woman character that Disney Star Wars has created. And she is probably more well received than Jyn Erso. I like watching Mandalorian. I can tell. Yeah, Gina Cara Dune is one of those people that I do not want to mess with. If anything, if I was a Star Wars character, I would want her to be on my side. It would be more beneficial to make a friend out of Cara Dune than an enemy. And like I said, I enjoyed season 1. I enjoyed season 2. Could both seasons been better? Yeah, sure. I'm not going to dispute that, but I still enjoyed them. But, yeah, Gina Carano made some tweets, political tweets, that offended one side of the political spectrum. And Lucasfilm decided, hey, you know what? We're going to fire you. Now, I don't know if she had any warnings before. But them firing Gina Carano, being the actress who played Cara Dune, is hypocritical on Lucasfilm's part. They're creating a double standard. Or if they were to make it I should say creating a double standard. The double standard was already made. Just making the double standard more out there. Gina Carano, because I've seen Gina Carano's interview with Drunk 3PO's interview with Gina Carano, and she comes off as a nice person. Yeah, some people think nice means you can just walk all over them. She's a nice, strong, woman, and that strong that can take care of herself. Yeah, sure. And I know there was like one where like one controversy where people want to have her put her pronouns in there, and they were bullying her, harassing her, saying, "Put pronouns in your bio. If you're not going to, then you're an is or phobo." Blah 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 blah. And I forgot which YouTuber that said this. I think it was Annie Signor on Popcorn Planet who said this. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe someone said on YouTube, maybe she wasn't exactly ready to put her pronouns in there. Or maybe she's not, she didn't want to exactly. Like, I don't have any issue with, like, people who have pronouns, like, put their pronouns in their bios. I don't care. I have some friends who has put their gender in their bios. I have no problem with that. What I will have a problem with is if you try to force me or anyone else to put our bio and our gender in our bio when we don't want to. Like, what gives you the right to force other people to do that? And how, like, I'm willing to bet you these same people who was trying to force Gina Caranos to put her gender in her bio, if people try to do that with them, they'll say, "Oh my god! Oh my god! That try to make me put my gender in my bio! Oh my god! Oh my god! The humanity!" Like, that would do that. And stupid. Now, she did say beep bop boob or something like that. And yeah, like that Star Wars girl said, Gina Carano could have easily said, "Well, I kind of did put my bio gender in my bio. That's, I mean, just an astromech language." And for those of you who doesn't know what an astromech is what R2D2 and Chopper is. Like, the class of droids that those two droids are. And I know I've heard some other controversies that Gina Carano in, but that one comes to mind the most. And so when I heard that Gina Carano got fired because she posted some of her political beliefs on Twitter, I was like, that offended people. Like, okay, you have someone being Pedro Pascal comparing half of the United States population to Nazis, and you got some other people bashing the fans who has any criticism towards anything Star Wars related that's come out under the Disney umbrella. You guys have allowed some people that made some more offensive statements to stay on LucasFilm, to stay on your team, not fire them. You have not fired them. And like I said, they made more offensive tweets or statements than Gina Carano did. And yet, you're going to fire Gina Carano? Why not fire Pedro Pascal or that Christina Ireland girl? Or Ryan Johnson? Which, like, yesterday I've heard that, yeah, I still have my trilogy to, that was yet to come out. Like, side point. Crap, I forgot my side point. Oh no, great. I'm going to do a jump cut until I remember. Okay, I remember now. So, if you're going to claim, oh yeah, my trilogy is in the works, but with no progress. The Last Jedi came out like what, in 2016? Or 2017? 2017, because Rogue One came out in 2016. So, The Last Jedi, which was a movie that you made, came out like, what, 4 years ago. In December of 4 years ago, officially. You're telling me, because even before the movie came out, like, I want to say in like 2016, even. And correct me if I'm wrong with the year, but Kathleen Kennedy did announce that Rian Johnson was going to have his own trilogy. And the Ambassador Days that happened like a month or two ago. No mention, no showing of Rian Johnson's trilogy. Oh, you're focused on other projects? It's been like at least 3 fucking years. 4 years. It's been 4 years. Star Wars is one of the most well-known IPs out there. I even remember before I got into Star Wars, before I officially watched like Revenge of the Sith, because that's my favorite first Star Wars movie. Before I watched Revenge of the Sith, like 13 years ago about, I had some sort of idea what Star Wars was. Not a complete idea, but some sort of idea. Hell, I knew that Darth Vader was this wizard, this cyborg-like guy. That's a red lightsaber. That's some magical power. I knew that Obi-Wan Kenobi was also a magical wizard with a laser sword, just like Darth Vader. And again, with Luke Skywalker. And keep in mind, I know this is not Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. I know this is not Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber. I know this is not Darth Vader's lightsaber. But you guess get my point. So I had like some sort of understanding of what Star Wars was. Not too much, but some sort. I knew that magic powers that I was referring to not so long ago was known as the Force. I heard the word Jedi, I heard the word Sith, I heard of the name Count Dooku, Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, R2-D2, C-3PO, Jabba the Hutt, Clone Troopers, Stormtroopers, the Emperor, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Kenobi. Yes, I heard Ben Kenobi and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I immediately thought that they were two different characters that may have been related to each other. I heard of Uncle Owen, Aunt Beru. I knew Star Wars to a certain level, not like as deep as I do now, but still. My question is that if your trilogy is still in the work, no. Here's why I remember, like, that's what the main approach to my main point at the moment. So I know a little bit about Star Wars before I got into Star Wars, and Revenge of the Sith is my first Star Wars movie, and I fell in love with Star Wars since. Your trilogy, Rian Johnson, was announced at least a little bit before The Last Jedi came out. So my question is, if you guys, or if you got your Star Wars trilogy, like if you got a trilogy that was handed to you, and Star Wars being one of the biggest IPs out there, then what the hell are you doing doing other projects? Multiple other projects. It made sense with the train mystery movie that you made that I refuse to see. Because how you reacted to the backlash, with the backlash you got from The Last Jedi, was the reason why I refused to watch that movie. Like, on my own free will. If I'm at, like, someone's house, and they so happen to have that movie on, sure, I'll watch it. But I wouldn't go out of my way if, like, if it's on Netflix, or Hulu, or Disney Plus, or whatever. I refuse to sit down and watch it because of how you reacted towards the critics of The Last Jedi. That's not valid criticism, bullshit. But seeing how Star Wars is one of the biggest IPs out there, why are you doing multiple projects? You had 4 freaking years. Maybe your trilogy wouldn't be like, because I love Star Wars. Specifically, the George Lucas era Star Wars, with the addition of Rogue One and Rebels. If whoever is the person of Lucasfilm at the time, if I work at Lucasfilm, said, hey, you know, Phil, I'm going to give you a trilogy. I'm going to not, like, if I'm in the middle of working on a movie, which, to Rian Johnson's credit, he did work on a movie that was a train murder mystery, I would finish that project, but I would not start another project just so I can start on my Star Wars project. It's a no-brainer. And I'm a Star Wars fan. And I'm willing to bet you anything that I make would be, like, better than, like, the sequel trilogy and Solo Star Wars story combined. And pretty much be better than any stories that the people behind the High Republic could make. So I don't believe that Rian Johnson's trilogy is still in the works. Because he made no progression. And it's been more than a year, more than 2 years, more than 3 years since it was announced. So I don't believe it until I see proof. I see proof. I will need a trailer to release the first movie in his trilogy. But getting back to the whole Gina Carano thing. You Disney, you Lucasfilm, I don't know if it's like Disney or Lucasfilm, will fire Gina Carano. And I'm not going to say, oh, you guys can't fire Gina Carano, because that would be me overstepping. But what I will say is that, how dare you guys fire Gina Carano for tweets that, may have offended some people, but kept other people who made more offensive tweets, or just offensive tweets in general, that you guys are letting stay at Lucasfilm. Well, you're going to fire Gina Carano because it's not in the side that you guys want. Like, if you're going to fire Gina Carano, then you might as well fire all the other people that made offensive statements, including Kathleen Kennedy. To be fair, if you're going to keep the other people around, after making those statements that offended some people, then you might as well keep Gina Carano around. To be fair. And yes, I heard that Gina Carano is going to do a movie with Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire, and I'm happy for that. But that doesn't take away that Disney or Lucasfilm has a double standard. And they preach about wanting strong women, but the moment a strong woman comes around, like Gina Carano, they fire her. Like, so what, you want a strong woman that obeys you? That's not a strong woman. That's not a strong person at all. If you're gonna say, "Whoa, you gotta fall in line to our views, otherwise, bye." You guys just want butt kissers. With your butt, with Lucasfilm, your butt must be really wet. Because there was like I said, if you're gonna keep the other people that made statements that offended other people, then there should be no reason why you guys should have fired Gina Carano. I'm coming out of the position where I'm not going to I'm not exactly defending Gina Carano about her statements, but where I am coming from is defending Gina Carano for yeah, she has the freedom of speech to express whatever she wants. Sure, yeah, she has to face whatever consequence, good or bad, but I'm trying to word this right, which is why I have this long pause. If you're going like people like Pedro Pascal make compare it to half the people of the United States to Nazis, some people say, well, I hate white men or white people. If you're going to keep Kathleen Kennedy as president of the Lucasfilm after some of the offensive statements that she made, keeping Rian Johnson around, and claiming he has a trilogy that no one really believes, then why aren't you guys keeping Gina Carano around? And Pablo Hidalgo, for example. Pablo Hidalgo made fun of Star Wars theory because he cried when he saw Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian Season 2 finale. If you guys get mad at me for spoiling it, I feel like at this point, being 2 months after Season 2 ended of Mandalorian, I feel like it's on you guys, because at this point, it's no spoiler. The whole Luke Skywalker thing's been already said, been first on the internet. And Lucasfilm wants to try to reach out to Theory saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," or I think you if I remember watching from Star Wars Theory's channel or his live stream, he said that Pablo Hidalgo said, "Hey man, call me." He didn't even offer an apology; he just said, "Hey man, call me." And that's not the first time Pablo Hidalgo made try to bash fans. What? Like I said, if you're going to fire Gina Carano, then you might as well fire Pablo Hidalgo, Pedro Pascal, and all the other people at Lucasfilm that made who have made offensive statements to fans. To be fair, well, I'm coming from a place of I'm calling you guys out for your double standard and lack of fairness. You're trying to be like Batwoman. Trying to be as scary as Batman. Trying to be... But Batwoman's in. And I'm talking about the Arrowverse version. Batwoman's in. So is the Disney Lucasfilm. And the reason why I am doubting that, at the moment, therapy in Season 3, because on top of firing Gina Carano, Pedro Pascal is saying that his priority is the HBO Max Last of Us movie. So he's not as invested as he was last year or 2 years ago with The Mandalorian. Clearly his obligations changed. So what, are we gonna recast Amando? I mean, sure, it won't be hard to do because at least 90% of the episodes were Din Djarin, I think that's his name, was him just saying, just voice, like, you couldn't see his face. And it's called The Mandalorian, not Din Djarin, so we could easily, if they wanted to, focus on Bo-Katan taking back Mandalore. And they could explain, like, having, like, Din Djarin, and please correct me if I'm wrong about the name of the Mando, where, we could have had it where, maybe like in the first episode, Mando and Bo-Katan have a fight, and Mando tries to smoothly, without Bo-Katan knowing, throw the match. And boom! Bo-Katan has the Darksaber. And then Bo-Katan and whoever else goes with her to free Mandalore fights off the Imperial regime. That could be a one way to do things with Mando Season 3 that still can keep the story going, because outside of the retaking Mandalore, what other stories could there be? Baby, or Grogu's not on the show anymore. They fired Gina Carano, so, and whoever, like, and I've heard that they're going to recast Gina, Cara Dune, which, like, if they do that, I'm going to definitely check out of Mandalorian. Like, any chance of me coming back in will be immediately go to zero of watching Mandalorian if they recast Cara Dune. Or Cara Dune, I think it's pronounced Cara Dune. And Pedro Pascal is, like, it's not even 1% locked in, per se, as far as I know, with his statements, based upon his statements. Not even 1% locked in to do Season 3 of Mandalorian. And the way they fired Gina Carano, they did say, "Oh, hey Gina, yeah, I'm calling you because well, we didn't like your statements, so I'm sorry, but we gotta fire you. I'm sorry. Bye." They hang up. There was someone on the phone. I'm just using an example. But they didn't. What they did was fire her via Twitter. And she did not know about her getting fired until at, like, the same time as us fans knew. There was better ways of firing someone. They go on social media. And that's why I miss the old, like, Lucasfilm of old, before it was Disney. Because at least back then, Lucasfilm had some honor. Current Lucasfilm doesn't have any honor, and I miss that. Like, where's the honor in firing her over Twitter? Like, what's wrong with, like, grabbing the phone? I get that you won't be able to make a meeting with her in person due to the pandemic we're living in. But what's wrong with making it personal? Saying, okay, I'm going to call Gina Carano, tell her, hey, yeah, you're fired. I'm sorry, we're firing you. Maybe have like a few minute conversation about it. They end the call. What's wrong about that? At least that will have honor. At least a voice message, whatever. Or try DM her on Twitter or whatever. There was better ways of firing. If you guys were going to fire her, there were better ways of doing that than tweeting about it and having her find out as like we do. This whole Gina Carano situation has made me disgusted and mad at Disney. At Lucasfilm. Like, Lucasfilm, where's the honors that you guys had before you were under the Disney umbrella? Where? Guess the Lucasfilm of old would never be like this. At least they will have more honor. That marked dignity. As a fan of, like, I've been a fan of Star Wars since I was 11. You know, there were like Star Wars, even though Star Wars was kind of part of my life before I officially got into Star Wars. Because I did play the original Battlefront 2 game. And Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. And then the Complete Saga. I think the Complete Saga was on the PlayStation 2 before I was on the PlayStation 3. But my point is, even before I was into Star Wars was still part of my life to a certain degree. Where's the honor that you guys had back then, before you were bought by Disney? Where? Because I actually do miss how you guys ran things in the old days. I generally do. If anything, I want that Lucasfilm to be brought back to replace the current one, because the current Lucasfilm doesn't have any honor. And it hold double standards. Of course, if that happened, then we would have never got, like, we probably wouldn't have got Rebels the way that we did. At least the first one of Rebels we never did. We probably wouldn't have gotten the sequel trilogy, and we probably wouldn't have gotten Solo Star Wars story. And we probably wouldn't have gotten Jedi Fallen Order, which, if that means getting, like, keeping Lucasfilm honored, then I'm totally okay with that. And I'm not a big fan of, like, even though I say the Solo Star Wars story is probably better than the sequel trilogy as a whole, I'm still not a fan of the sequel trilogy as a whole, or Solo Star Wars story, only because of L3. But that's just me. Lucasfilm nowadays just disappoints me and continually disappoints me. I just want Lucasfilm to be better, and they can never be better if they are not going to be open-minded. If they're going to keep on being close-minded like they are, nothing will change at Lucasfilm. No matter if we see, like, another awesome thing, like seeing Luke Skywalker in Mandalorian Season 2. Like seeing Ahsoka's Season 2 of Mandalorian. Seeing Clone Wars Season 7. Seeing Rogue One. Those, in my opinion, have all been amazing under Lucasfilm's Disney Star Wars. But if they keep on being close-minded, they do a lot more, at least fans like me, they're going to keep on doing more negative stuff than positive. And if they keep on going down the route that they're going at, then there's no hope for Star Wars to get better. As sad as that might sound, or as cross that might sound, there's no hope for Star Wars to get better. And besides trying to focus on bringing new fans, how about you focus more so on the older fans, the fans that were there since before Disney got their hands on Lucasfilm. Because I'm willing to bet you, if you focus on, like, the older fans, like the old fans, then they would start saying positive stuff about you, Disney, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, and that would make people that weren't into Star Wars before curious about the Star Wars movies. Watching all, 9 episodic Star Wars movies, plus the 2 spin-off movies that you guys made, plus Clone Wars, like the movie as well, of course. But until you guys get your shit together, you guys will always have backlash. I personally stand with Gina Carano. what Lucasfilm did to her was unfair and uncalled for. And I'll definitely stand by Gina Carano. So, with that said, I'm going to end this video. Thank you all who watched this video. I hope today is the day that I earned your subscription. If you guys haven't done this already, please like this video. And if you guys subscribe, you guys will also see me doing gaming streams as well as streaming in general. Whether it's gaming stream or like vlogging type streams, you guys will see me streaming quite regularly. So with that said, love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I'm sorry if Gina Carano is watching this. I'm sorry that Disney and Lucasfilm has screwed you over. You deserve better. That said, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Love you all, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. And may the force be with us all, because we will definitely need it.